Hey, it's Matt Moscona. You found it. It's AFR LSU, your home for daily content on your favorite team, Fighting Tigers of LSU. And we're proud to be presented by BetUS, where this football season, get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next two deposits up to $2,000. Be sure to use the promo code YouTube150. Now, enjoy the video. Former Tiger Colin Jeter, who played for the Tigers from 2014 to 2016, now part of the LSU Alumni Association, good enough to hang out with us here on site for a couple of minutes. How are you, dude?
Hey, doing good, man. Excited to be here in Houston. Excited for the Rockets event tonight. So
6'5", 6'6", 6'7". LSU's website got you listed at 6'7".
Okay.
Joe said 6'5".
Okay. Well, I would say both of those are wrong. Joe's, shortchanged me, and then of course LSU is always going to bump us. I will say my official measurement was 6'5" 3/4. So
that's like combine measurement, pro day measurement.
Yeah. So I'm rounding that up to 6'6". So, no, 100%. There's plenty of guys on the roster that are slightly off. So
LSU's website has you at 6'7", 254. maybe with them long cleats, like in a rainy day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you wear your Nike Shocks in when you go measure. Yeah.
There it is, man. We'll talk a little bit about the Alumni Association stuff and everything going on here in just a smidge. But I'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little football. Does it warm your tight end heart seeing Brian Kelly have such an intent focus on the tight end position?
Oh, 100%. And not only does it warm my heart, it also makes me a little jealous because, when I was there, we were basically extra tackles. We just flipped that TE around to ET, and that was the game, which I was happy to do. Like, I love blocking for Fournette and Geis and all those guys, and I was happy to be, do my role in the team. But we certainly didn't catch a lot of passes when I was there, so it is refreshing.
I'm trying to look at your career. Let's see. You caught 23 passes. That ain't bad.
It's not bad. I was the king of 1 yard touch. I had two 1 yard touchdowns. Yeah.
Who were your tuds against? I'm trying to remember.
I had one against Auburn in 2015. And that was the Fournette when he went
game.
nuclear. And then one against Louisville in my senior year. Bowl game. Got to finish out with a tud.
The Fournette game against Auburn was just, it was something.
I've never seen anything like it. He was unbelievable.
You were on the field.
Oh, yeah. There's a great picture. I have a front row seat to one of it. When the touchdown where he throws the guy over his shoulder, I was right in front of him. It was insane.
Were you on the field or were you on the sideline?
On the field.
Okay, because, that was down around like the 5-yard line where he threw the guy over the shoulder.
Oh, yeah. We were chasing him down.
I mean, that whole season was incredible. It's obviously disappointing the way that last month went, but sometimes it goes that way. I mean, when you look at just this current team now and the expectations based on where they are in year 3, I don't know, man. I think many of us had higher expectations and where they landed, but when you remove yourself, kind of pull back 10,000-foot view, you go, you know what the talent probably is about? They probably finished about where the talent, maybe geared them toward. What's your thought?
Yeah, I mean, look, Coach Kelly's come in. I think he's done an outstanding job, especially what he started with no real scholarship players, kind of having to build the team through the transfer portal, and has done a good job of recruiting. Last year we showed flashes. I think we've got some guys there that are coming back that are going to make a big difference for us. But I just don't think we were quite there, like you said, talent-wise. I'm excited to see what we have this year. I like, speaking of tight ends, I know we're losing Taylor, who to me is an all-timer of LSU. Obviously, he owns all the records, but this Trey'Dez Green kid that also plays basketball, I don't know if you saw his steal and dunk the other day. He's a freak. Absolute freak in nature. So I'm excited to see what they do with him. I know this past year they threw him out at receiver to get him on the field, but I believe they're going to throw him more in some tight end roles this year.
We'll get right back to the video, but did you know that BetUS also has a casino? For all of our followers here, if you like slots or live casino dealers, you can take advantage of BetUS amazing sign-up bonuses. 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 or 250% for crypto sign-up bonus up to $5,000 as well. Discover the BetUS Casino Playground. Maybe you're a slots enthusiast. BetUS, they've got the games to raise your pulse. You can test your skills with timeless classics. You can also explore the newest, hottest slots and feel that casino buzz with BetUS live dealer tables. Y'all take advantage of this great special. Sign up now. Get 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and 250% sign-up bonus up in crypto up to $5,000. So get ready for a rush with the BetUS Casino generous promotions and tournaments that make every play more rewarding. Sign up right now and experience the difference. Get your bonus. 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and 250% crypto sign-up bonus also up to $5,000. Now, enjoy the rest of the video.
Coming back to Green in a second, but go to Mason. You know, he's a guy that showed up weighing about 230, put on size. Do you think when you watch him, I mean, you're obviously a very different player, you mentioned. I mean, y'all were basically glorified tackles. This is just what it was in Lester's offense. I mean, Dylan Gordon was one of the, it was like a 300-pound tight end.
He was.
Like, it's what he was. But do you think Mason, when you watch him, the pass catching ability is undeniable, but do you think the all-around, like the blocking and everything, how much has that come along?
I think it's come along a ton. I know he came in early, and first of all, to start as a freshman and play in the SEC says enough in itself. And him to be productive as a freshman, I know his sophomore year kind of dealt with some injuries, then this past year has come out and to me was the go-to guy on third down. But he's also improved. He's gotten bigger, stronger, faster. He's shown he can block inline, he can block nickels, linebackers. He can do a little bit of everything. He's probably a really well-balanced tight end. But I think he's only improving. And I'm excited to see. I hate that he's not coming back for senior year, but I understand it. He's going to do big things at the next level, and I think he's going to be one of those guys in the NFL that people refer to NFL SU.
Yeah. Former LSU tight end Colin Jeter is with us here. He's now with the LSU Alumni Association. We're here in Houston downtown at Tom's Watch Bar. So you mentioned Trey'Dez. Like, that's a guy who obviously creates giant mismatches in the pass game. But if you were sort of counseling him on how to become a better we're obviously at blocking, like, what would you suggest? Like, how do they work with him over the next couple of years to make him a more well-rounded tight end?
He's just got to get in. I mean, what we did when I was there, and obviously we did a lot of blocking, it's all about footwork, hand placement, head placement. It's a lot of just technical stuff. So it's just constantly working on your first two steps, working on driving, working on making sure your assignments are correct. I know his coach is going to get – I believe we got a new tight end coach.
Yeah.
He's going to get in there and get with him, make sure all his assignments and knowing how to adjust based on what the defense does in front of you. It's a lot of just technical things. I believe he's probably as big as strong as he needs to be. He's been more of a, just a big athlete in high school, and now he's kind of getting the chance to work on his craft. So, yeah, I would say footwork, hand placement, hat placement, pad level, all that kind of stuff. That's just done repetition after repetition. So
he only played football for 2 years.
I know. Isn't that nuts?
I mean,
and Zachary, he could get away with that because he was the biggest athlete on the field, and they just throw him jump ball. And yes, he is. But he'd just show off that athleticism, and I think that's what's got LSU fans so excited about him is all the potential in this kid. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you know anything about the transfers they added? It's okay if you don't. One kid's from Oklahoma, Bauer Sharp. One's from Texas A&M and Donovan Green.
Now, the kid from Oklahoma, I remember when he came and played, and I saw a little bit of it. And I believe he's from somewhere here in Louisiana.
So he's from Maryland.
Okay.
And then he started his college career at Southeastern.
That's what it is.
So he came in as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And in spring, they moved him to tight end, and he played tight end at Southeastern, then went to Oklahoma, now to LSU.
Oh, yeah. And look,
great athlete.
Yeah, and if you got a guy that transitions from quarterback to tight end, they usually turn out to be pretty good. I mean, first two guys that come to mind, one is Travis Kelce. I'm not saying he's Travis Kelce.
Good point.
And then number two, I don't know if you remember the Belldozer, Blake Bell at Oklahoma back in the day. He played 10 years in the league.
Also with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Wasn't Blake Bell with the Chiefs too?
They played together. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I think it's a
the Belldozer.
It's a unique – yeah, he's a beast. But it's a unique transition. I feel like some guys go in there and have success, and obviously he's proven that. I think he was one of their leading receivers at Oklahoma this past year. Kind of seemed like
he was the leading pass catcher.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So he had seemed to have a fire to him. Seemed like he loved – run after catch, getting in line, blocking a little bit. So I think he's going to be another great player for us.
A couple more minutes here with Colin Jeter, former LSU tight end, now with the LSU Alumni Association. I also wanted to get your opinion because you're a guy that came to LSU from JUCO. And so the Diego Pavia rule is a thing now where, for those that aren't familiar, the Vanderbilt quarterback started his career in JUCO and then went to New Mexico State, now at Vandy, and he said basically because junior college isn't under the NCAA jurisdiction, his 5 years to play for, the clock shouldn't have started until he got into the NCAA. And so a judge agreed with him, and the NCAA gave a blanket waiver to everybody who had played JUCO just for this year until they can sort it all out, that anybody who played JUCO was out of eligibility, okay, you can play one more year. Would you have taken advantage of one more year if you had that waiver?
Oh, 100%. I was talking to Jack Marucci the other day about how I can play now. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I got one more year according to this rule.
Let's go.
So, no.
How old are you now?
29. I'm still in my prime.
You can still roll.
And I need to work on the hamstrings right now, but I might pull one. But yeah, I would have loved that. You know, I did 1 year at junior college, and was able to transfer. Got to play 3 at LSU. I really think an extra year would have helped me develop. So yeah, I would 100% take advantage of that.
Do you think that is, I'll use this term loosely, fair? I know the whole thing about fair. The only fair is with Ferris wheels and buses is the old saying. I understand, like, life ain't fair, but I'm struggling for another way to say it. Like, do you think your eligibility in the NCAA should be affected by playing in JUCO?
It is such a different rule. You know, I was thinking about that. To me, it affects the smaller Division I AA schools, because if that's going to stay a rule, if I'm a kid that's kind of a tweener coming out, I don't have the big time SEC offer. I've got Division I AA or junior college. I'm going to junior college all day, because I can go, not blow a year eligibility, get bigger, stronger, faster, and then still get recruited to these big schools. So I don't necessarily know if it's fair. I mean, for a guy to go and play, basically go 2 years developmental league in my mind for college, and then not losing the eligibility, it's odd compared to what everyone else has normally done. So I don't know. That to me was part of the pitch, was, you know, come in, take a year. Obviously, you're not the big level you want to be, but come play. If you develop and be the player we think you could be, then the big schools will start calling. You know, you kind of put in your time to earn the next step. But to be able to do that and not losing the eligibility, I mean, that's like having your cake and eating it too. So
it is weird though, because I think about it, Colin. Like, just as we're having the convo, I mean, JUCO isn't NCAA.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, how is it different than like Ichiro playing in Japan for 10 years, then coming to Major League Baseball and is a rookie?
You're right. Look,
or Luka. I mean, Luka was a pro for like 10 years, a pro 14 years old. You know, but he became an NBA rookie because it was a different league. I mean, in some respects, I kind of go, I get what you're saying. Like, is it quote unquote fair? I don't know, but why? JUCO and the NCAA are not the same thing.
You know, that's something I didn't think, because it is. The junior college is NJCAA, so it's a different thing entirely. So, I guess I'm just a little jealous. I wish it would have been around when I was in school.
Man. Get that NIL money. Too, bro.
Seriously.
That's what all these guys are doing.
We missed out on all the good stuff.
That's how it should go, though, right? Like, it's like parents. You want to leave the world better for your kids. You want to get them a better opportunity. That's all it is, man. It's the next. It's like professional basketball players. I mean, you think about like the 12th guy on a roster making $30 million a year, and Charles Barkley. Did he ever make $1 million in a year? I mean, I'm being a little facetious, but you know my point. Though.
100%.
Just hey, before you go, Colin Jeter's with us. LSU Alumni Association. Tell us what's good, man. Like working with the Alumni Association, what that's been like.
It's been great. You know, I started right before football season, which was obviously ideal for me. I've been able to participate as season went on. But I love it. Look, LSU did so much for me. Not only school-wise, but just the people I met and then the connections I made. So that's kind of course, the mission of what we do at the Alumni Association. We want to keep everyone connected, whether we're helping you if you got a business, you're looking to hire LSU students. If you're on the other end, if you're coming out looking for a job, if you're just looking to network in a new area like this in Houston, that's what we're here for. So I love it. Like I said, LSU did so much for me. I'm happy to give back in any way I can, and it's been a really fun experience, and I'm hoping we can continue to help LSU grads.
You gonna get out there during shoot around tonight? Like, did you ever play basketball? You had to.
No, I was terrible at basketball. I was a baseball and football guy.
At 6'6", you never. No one ever said, "Hey, big guy, like go stand on the low block and we're gonna throw you the ball. Just put it in."
They tried, but look, I have some friends that might be listening, and if I came out here and lied and said I was good at basketball, I'd get exposed. So I'd rather just come clean.
Dog, I mean, like it doesn't matter about being good. It's just about being functional. I mean, LSU pulled a guy out of the band who was 7 feet tall. Do you remember Andrew Del Piero? Do you remember this?
That was before me.
Do you not know the story?
No.
LSU had a guy, Andrew Del Piero was his name. He was in the band. He was a tuba player, but he was 7 feet tall. Yeah. And Trent Johnson took him out of the band and put him on the floor. He was a 7-footer who came off the bench and ran the floor for 5 minutes tonight and grabbed a couple of rebounds.
No, look, and I think I would have been functional, but it's 7 foot is a whole nother level too.
Shout out Andrew Del Piero.
Yeah.
First time I've mentioned that name on the show in a decade, easily in a decade. Colin Jeter, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. I was blessed.
Thanks so much for watching the video. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the bell so you're notified when we post a new video, and remember to support BetUS, where right now you can get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Be sure to use that promo code YouTube150.